Mic Thursdays at Sam's Spot in San Antonio, Texas. A special shout out to our friends over at Open Mic Night at the Velveeta Room in Austin, Texas. We love you. When you're in town, go visit them every Thursday. Now, you know, it's been a very interesting year, as I think everybody in this room knows, with the election that we had. We now have our 44th President of the United States of America in office. Okay, that was about 70% of the room. That tells me a lot. But I think a lot of people who are, actually, I'm going to say too young to remember the last elections, because we had our last president served 2 terms. A lot of people were educated, I think, for the first time on the electoral system. And in San Antonio, Texas, we are very privileged at Open Mic Thursdays to have as one of our friends, Elena Guajardo, who is our former City Councilwoman for the city of San Antonio. Please give it up for her right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, from 2005 to 2007, is that right?
Correct. But before I get to, I want to say felicidades to you and happy anniversary to Sam's Spot and to Jade. Let's give it up.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm all right down to business. I'm so sorry. I'm a workaholic. But what's very exciting for the whole community is that you've chosen to run this May for this next election. Is that correct?
Absolutely. This May 9th, who's a voter in here? And for those in the listening and cyberspace audience, this May 9th, if you're in San Antonio, you'll be voting for a mayor, possibly a school board person, and a city council person, perhaps in your district. It's a major imprint. We just had a national election that's a major imprint on our nation and us. But in May, we will imprint who is the leadership of our city. It's a major election. We hope you get educated. We hope you vote. If there was a lady here who just voted, I met her earlier, come back May. It's another exciting time.
You know, and that's one of the times, I think, that it's always exciting to be an American, because we have this great system where we can, you know, elect our officials, the people who lead us. Now, you are running for City Council District 7, and I understand that runs from Woodlawn to Jefferson and past 1604, is that correct?
We have the most, it's called the microcosm of the city. We are the one, District 7 goes from Woodlawn, Jefferson, past 1604. It is the only district that has inside 410, inside 1604, and outside 1604. It is an amazing district because of its challenges, but the passion of the people. That's what I loved. People care about their neighborhoods, they care where they live, they care about their families being raised in our city, but specifically in this district. And that was the love I had when I got to serve for 2 years, was connecting that passion and the needs of our city and telling people city government is about responsiveness to you. And I, as a liaison of your vote in those 2 years, I was the liaison to say, okay, I'm your go-to person. Let's make it happen.
Interesting. Now, campaigning, I can only imagine. I mean, you know, at Open Mic Thursdays, it's like, it feels like a campaign because you got to let everybody know about what you're doing. But I can only imagine the work that goes into a campaign. I'm out. I'm open. I was a Hillary person, and I am not going to apologize for that. I love my Hillary. But all the work, the money, the passion, I mean, there's so much involved, and I know that I personally know many of your supporters, and it's been really wonderful. What is that like to begin, when you wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to run, to the moment that you find the results, you know, that is given by the people? What does that feel like, or what is that like for you?
The whole journey begins, well, the reason I started my first journey to become City Councilwoman, I looked at the web, sanantonio.gov, and at that point it was 2005, 2004, and there was only one woman on City Council. That was Patty Rado, Councilwoman. And I saw that photo for it seemed, I'd seen it several times, and it's like, but that night it hit me. We are the 7th largest city in this country. The 7th largest, and we only had one female at the policy board. That's what City Council is. It is the policy board of our city. And I thought, how does that reflect to our parents to tell their daughters? You know, how do you say this, that, where's the glass ceiling here? And that's the night I decided, how do I do this? I went to the library, looked up the credentials, campaigning is an incredible thing, and I'll just tell you honestly, my first 2 campaigns cost me $80,000 each. I mean, it's amazing, but my average donor, my first run was $23. My average donor in my re-election got up to $33. I am the $25 candidate. In fact, when they told me your race is going to cost $80,000, I literally lay on my couch frozen for 2 days. I rolled off and I said, cut it. Where am I? I don't run with rich people. How am I going to find $80,000? And they resuscitated me. And they said, you go begging, lady. And so I am literally. And this race is going to cost me at least $100,000 minimum. And I'm still, what I tell people, if you believe in open government, if you believe in open process, if you believe in that everything should be for the greater good, I tell people I believe in people's interests, not special interests. And so anyone who wants to donate, go to voteelena.com. I have a sign because...
She brought a sign, ladies and gentlemen. And a nice Elena, voteelena.com is where you can find out more about her. Now, what is the theme of your campaign this year?
The campaign is your full-time commitment. I'm retired. I live on my retirement check. This is what I do full-time as a campaign, as you were talking about. This is 24/7 to me. It's getting to meet people, getting to know what's important to them, because those are the notes I take now to take back with me when I win. It's about a full-time commitment, and I was the only candidate, well, the only council person that could claim that. When I woke up in the morning till I put my head on the pillow, it was about serving my community. It's what I do now in a campaign. This is about getting to meet people, coming out to any opportunity, and thank you, Jake, for this one, to tell people city government is an important entity. Just a short reflection. When they meet on Thursdays to vote, I'll tell people, you challenge me. I can take every agenda item that we vote on, you give me enough dots, I will get it back to your home, to your neighborhood, to your family, to your wallet. City government is a reflection and should be a reflection of your needs and the best interest of our needs. And I'm running again because people have said, you know what, there is a difference between a full-time commitment and a part-time commitment. Would you do it again? And I said, I would love to do it again, but you got to come out and vote this time, guys. You want a full-time person? I'm your gal. I want to reflect your interests, your best interests. And so come to voteelena.com. I vote on things that the Syria Club gave me the Environmental Hero Award. If you care about water, trees, about being people's interest, I'm your little Latina girl.
Yeah, race is expensive. Next thing. Now, this is the era where we like to know your business. And I was reading on your bio that you come from a family of grocery store owners. Is that correct? What is the parallel for you? What do you think made you decide to run for office as a result of the kind of upbringing you had in that environment?
That's a wonderful question. Thank you for that. I was literally raised on Guadalupe Street, and my mom and dad had a grocery store, and I was literally raised in the back room of the grocery store. What it taught me, our city, we have some very large entities that, like Valero and USAA, etc. But almost 92–93% of our city is run by small business, just like Sam Spot. And he employs people, and we purchase from him. And that's what continues the energy, the economic energy in our city. That's what my mom and dad taught me. I learned by sitting with my dad, trying to figure out how he's doing payroll every month. Going to the bank and saying, okay, I want to borrow this because I want to do this. That's what we need jobs in San Antonio. So we need small businesses to say, I'm going to make stake here. I'm going to put up my stake here because I care about this city. My mom and dad taught me was the work ethic, to care passionately. And the other thing, I lost my dad when I was in my first term. And I carried, at the dais on Thursday, I had my dad's photo there next to me where I punched the voting. And I would talk to Dad at council meetings and just share with him, this is what's happening, Dad, what do you think? And I told people, if I can look into my dad's eyes and do a vote, I can look into anyone's eyes and tell you why I voted that way.
That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Elena Guajardo. She's running for City Council District 7 here in San Antonio, Texas. This is Open Mic Thursdays. Thank you so much for coming out. We'll be right back.